What's up, everybody? It's your boy Flash from ALWT Gaming, aka Malachi36. I am here with the squad from ALWT Gaming. How are you guys doing today, gentlemen?
Great.
Dude, good. We going by the squad now?
I mean, ALWT Cast
You know
is what it is.
You know what? We need to
the
come up
squad.
with just something different. Every episode, we need to come up with something different.
The Zucchini Bunch.
The zucchini boys.
Hey, no, that's my other group. Okay.
The squash that twash. All right. Anyway,
Bro.
yeah, so just
Starting
wanted
this one
to.
off great.
I know, right? So, as anyone that has tuned in with us last week it was more of a kind of a unique episode. We're gonna keep that same energy going. Last week we rated what we thought was the best PS4 game of the generation. And the winner for that one was none other than Tomb Raider. Even though it's not really a PS4 exclusive, it was Tomb Raider. So give it up for Tomb Raider. Good stuff there.
Yay.
Today we're kind of going to keep that same energy, and we're actually going to rate / rank the best Xbox One game of the generation, and then next week is going to be the best Nintendo game of the generation. So a little bit of voting going on here, and the result of a tiebreaker, we can definitely return to the audience. If the audience is not responsive, then we're just going to turn to Metacritic, so that way we can get the Metascores and break our ties there. But before we go ahead and get into that, Gravity, man, how have you been? Everything going good? Everything been going solid in the world of anti-gravity?
Individuals, right?
It's been going good. It's been going pretty good. Lately, I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky. After when you play a really great game and then you finish it and you majorly finish it, so there's like not even like a hint left of anything left that you could do, and you're just like, oh, that feels great, and then you just feel this empty void inside you, like just this empty dark void where you're just like, I need something. I need that next title, and you just don't know what to put in that void, and so you just start throwing stuff in that void, hoping something fills that void, and nothing fills it. So you just play a game to kill the time.
Yep.
That is why I've been playing. So I've been playing some No Man's Sky.
Yep.
And just having fun, building bases, laughing to myself, which I should probably play more games with you guys. I need to make more time for that.
We miss you.
Yes, we do.
Real
We
quick,
need you back.
Real quick, just want to give a shout out to S Killed. You just went ahead and commented in. Hello, you beautiful and handsome people. I will be lurking for a bit, but hi.
What's up?
What's up, Skilled?
Always a pleasure to have you inside the chat there, Skilled. Always a pleasure. So. And yeah, we're here today. You were here last week. I think that was last week was your first time being on the stream, checking out our channel on the stream and everything like that. Last week we ranked PS4 games, as you know. Today we're doing Xbox, and the Xbox list wasn't really nearly as big. But part of that is because, full disclosure, last week when I picked the games, I wasn't going for just PlayStation 4 exclusives. Here I was trying to go for more exclusives, at least Xbox / PC. It was a little bit harder for me to pull that. But even so, even if we were to pull the other games that are third-party games, I feel like this would probably be one of the better lists that we didn't mention last week.
No Hellblade?
No Hellblade. I don't have it on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, there are actually a few titles on here that I have never heard of.
Same.
And actually looking into it, I'm like, what? Why have I not looked at this? Why have I not played this?
Yeah.
Like, I absolutely want to play this.
Yeah. Gravity, you told us how you were doing. Mildewy Carrot, how are you doing, good sir? How'd you
doing
your
good.
day
Can't
off?
complain. Yep, just living life, having some fun. Played some Forest earlier. Want to play more of that. We're gonna get try and get 9-ball on there eventually because it's really fun. But I think it's gonna be way more fun with multiple people.
Heard that. It's the 9.
Also,
Go ahead.
just I'm gonna just steal this thunder from 9-ball. Winter sales on Steam, guys. Get online, spend money, get them games for cheap.
There you
I'm
go.
already blowing my wallet out the door.
If it's green, it's mean. All right, go ahead and
Amen.
check it out there, 9-ball. What's going on with you? What's crack-a-lacking?
Today, I was able to relax and was able to play some No Man's Sky. Let's just put in a few hours of that, and we did some more Smite. Me in Ohio.
Heard that? OHI.
Nice.
Yes. S Killed X. Also, how are you guys doing? We're doing fantastic. I'm doing good. I don't know how it is over there in Denmark, but here it is cold as crap.
Yeah.
It's just very.
And it's gonna get colder. If
Yeah.
you saw the temperatures for
Christmas
this coming
Eve.
Friday,
Yeah.
we're talking like 17 degrees, boys.
Yeah. We're going old school with it. Going old school with
Get
it.
them comfies on because you're gonna need them.
Facts. And then and as far as for me goes, I've been playing a lot of Smite, trying to get further inside the battle pass. With the and you actually saw us playing a little bit of Smite there, Eskil. You dropped inside the Smite Night stream, so again, thank you again very much for that. Well, this Thursday we're not going to have Smite Night because it's Christmas Eve here. I'm not sure. I mean, I know Christmas is more worldwide than most holidays, but I still don't think all nations celebrate Christmas. But here, United States, we do have Christmas, so we'll be celebrating that Christmas Eve, going inside Christmas. So this is actually going to be the last stream. Maybe tomorrow you might see something, but today's going to be the last stream that you see until next Tuesday. But yeah, so been playing a lot of Smite, been dabbling a little bit in Cyberpunk, trying to get through the essence of that, and we already know those horrors and everything. But this stream is not going to be about Cyberpunk. This stream is going to be about, again, Xbox One. So guys, without further ado, we're going to get started. So with that being said, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. We have about 32 different games that's on this list that's nominees for best Xbox One of the generation. Best Xbox One game. I know, sad face there, Skilled. I know. We'll be back. We will be back. Don't miss us too much. We'll be online. You might see a few of us pop here and there on PlayStation Network or on YouTube and Instagram. So be on the lookout for all that. We have 32 games that we're going to be choosing the best of the best on. So the very first one in category A, we have Gears of War 5 versus Halo 5 Guardians, Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break, Rare Replay, Halo Wars 2, Crackdown 3, Cuphead. In category B, we have Sea of Thieves, Forza Motorsport 7, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Halo the Master Chief Collection. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take out Halo 5 Guardians, and I'm going to go ahead and put in Hellblade.
Hey, why did you let us eliminate it?
No, I did that. Because Halo already has enough submissions. So let's go ahead and get Hellblade a shot in there. All right. So we got Hellblade up there. So we ordered the Will of the Wisp, Halo the Master Chief Collection, State of Decay 2, Ashen, Rise, Son of Rome, Killer Instinct. For category C, we have Titanfall, Fighter Within, Crimson Dragon, Dead Rising 4, A Walk in the Dark, Dragon Bros, Nero, Phantasy Star Online 2, and lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have category D, Dead Rising 3, D4 Dark Dreams Don't Die, that's the full name of it, Battletoads, Plant vs. Zombies Warfare, DayZ, Fable Fortune, Ori and the Blind Forest, and PUBG, which is Player Battlegrounds Unknown. Yes. Early Merry Christmas to you too as well, Eskil. All right. So we're going to start at the very top of it all. Gears of War 5. And also another reason why I kind of slimmed down the list is so we have a little bit more time to talk about this and elaborate, so that way we're not rushing through it, you know what I mean? So we want to make sure.
You mean staying over an extra hour and a half to talk about the awesomeness of PS4?
I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So of the two, Gears of War 5 versus Hellblade, what are you picking there, Gravity? What is your pick? And why?
Oh, that's crap. You know what? You know what? I might go with Hellblade off of sheer aesthetic. And you know what? I know this might not be a popular opinion, Gears of War doesn't really interest me very much. Like, I've played Gears of War, I've played a few of their games, and it's like, honestly, it's just like, it just, and again, say what you want, it just has a little too much like testosterone in it for me. Where like I like a good story, I like good character development, and clearly depending on like what the game is, like clearly, like if it's gonna be like, whoa, we got huge muscles that don't make sense, we're gonna shoot stuff,
Chainsaw,
like,
we're men.
yeah, like if it was gonna be like that and it was gonna have kind of a like more of like a jokey plot line, then I think then I guess that to me that would make a little more sense. But to me, like Gears of War is kind of like the Expendables movies, where like it tries to take itself seriously, and in the process you're just like, I can't. Like, I'm shooting stuff, like it's cool, it's fun, but like aesthetically, like I have to give it to Hellblade. It just looks a lot more interesting. And you know what? Watch Hellblade just be not even that good.
Well, the first Hellblade was actually really good, and excited a lot of people for Hellblade 2, which is
from what I heard.
So, Mildewy, on to you.
As much as I love Gears of War, the Gears of War saga, I do feel like they kind of like got a little bit repetitive. Kind of like Gravity said, I mean, don't get me wrong, the story's fantastic and all, but gameplay wise, it's not too much differential, at least as far. I haven't played 5 through, but if I had to go between Hellblade and Gears, I'd have to go Hellblade. Unfortunately, it's just, it's very unique. I like the new story plot. I like the gameplay. I haven't played it, and I want to. It's on my listing of backlogs. So now that I got the Game Pass and all, maybe I can probably get that and play it. I think it's on PS4 now too, right? Or no?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I definitely have to get that. But I'd have to go Hellblade on this one.
I heard that. I just had to block a bot, so just give you guys a heads up on that.
Oh, them botters. Botting us,
right,
botting.
Right. Trying to make us get, trying to go ahead and get, let's see. No, we'll allow that. Go ahead. Tell them to back off there, Eskil. Go ahead. I was about to say, I definitely hear you on that. Hellblade was definitely a really big success for sure. And like I said, is what caused pretty high expectations for Hellblade 2. Go ahead there, 9ball.
All right, you really asked me this question, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You already know what I'm going with. I'm going with a Hellblade 100%. I've played Gears of War 1, 2, 3, 4, and was on 5. Yep. I mean, it's almost all the same. I played Hellblade, I've beaten it, and I'm about to go through it a second time. I think Hellblade is just way better of a game overall. Storyline, the character's pretty good. I mean, no, it's a straight linear game though. So if you play through it, it's linear, but I like the storyline, and it's more psychological. It has horror aspects in it. It also has some combat aspects, but I think the story, the gameplay, and all that, it's just way better.
For Hellblade.
And especially they priced it around. They priced it as a AA exclusive, not exclusive, but a AA title.
I think it was timed exclusive, right? It wasn't a timed exclusive.
I got it. I got mine on PC.
Well, as far as console goes,
I
think it was console exclusive.
I'm not sure. It was made by Ninja Theory.
Yeah, which Ninja Theory normally makes stuff for both, but I think that one in particular came to Xbox first for a limited time.
Yeah,
and then came to
yeah, I believe so. I can't remember if it did or didn't,
yeah.
But I have to go with that one over Gears 5.
Okay. So and the chat agrees with you. Skilled says he's with Gravity there, and again, that was kind of going on over to pretty much what everything you guys were saying. I am actually on the opposite side of the spectrum. I'm a Gears 5 person when it comes to those two options.
You just don't like the darkness of Hellblade.
I don't, but another thing though is ultimately, as the games itself, I am all in when I can do a campaign with my buddies. You know what I mean? We could just go through the whole story together, and we could just go ahead and get each other's back. But oh no, Cameron's down. Okay, get him 9-ball. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like scream at the top of your lungs, fighting off these bosses.
No, that's the wrong one. It's more like Malachi's down. Well, he's in the middle of a horde. We're just gonna survive this, and we'll pick him up later.
Now the important thing is that we are together. All right. But yeah,
we are. We're just like just plug the wound up with something. We'll be over there in a minute.
But yeah, but
Grab me,
left
side.
But yeah,
9-ball, put the rocket launcher down. Malachi's over there. That's gonna kill him.
9-ball's gonna be like, nah, he's fine.
It's fine.
Pretty much.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, no, that's me. Like I think me getting through it as well. I'm definitely down. Yeah, thank you, Gatorano. Can't believe you guys stepping down on Gears like that. Yeah, I'm more of the Gears person. Thank you, man. Thank you.
You know what?
Nothing bad against them. Nothing bad against Gear.
2 games. I'm gonna have to go with Hellblade. It's just more memorable. I remember Hellblade. I played it once, way more than I remember all the Gears games I played.
That's fair. I mean, that is fair. Because I mean, like even when I do go ahead and get inside the Gears, I kind of forget if I played 1, 2, or 3. So you are correct. You are correct in that. But I think one of the ones that are kind of cool too as well, I would say, is that Gears, at least for Gears 5, they brought in Dave Bautista, which is a pro wrestler, and they also brought in, I think, Marshawn Lynch. So like they're kind of bringing in like certain celebrities to kind of be the face.
Star Power Cyberpunk. Do we really want to go there?
Now we're gonna go on to the next one. All right, but let me go ahead and delete Gears of War 5 off this list. Sorry, Gatorano, it didn't win with us. It didn't win with us.
You know, I'm sorry. You know what? I'll just say this: if we don't like none of these games, like if we really don't like just dislike one of the games, we'll go out of our way to say like, hey, we thought this game was dookie. Like, if anything, like, because, like, I don't hate Gears of War. I really don't. It's just not my thing. But at the very least, like, with our decisions, it's more so just going to be like, hey, like, I prefer this one over the other.
Right. And
I love those style of games to where it's, I would say, more a unique style where somebody takes a risk. And in this case, it did, and it paid off huge. So I have, like, some pretty niche picks. Like, one game I'm into, and I've been trying to get back and finish it, is A Plague's Tale, which a lot of people probably have never heard of.
Which one was that?
A Plague's Tale.
Trying to remember if I've heard of that one or not.
It's pretty unique. You play as like this girl trying to protect her brother, and basically
I've got that one. I've got that on my list. That's the one I've been interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of rats.
Yeah, you gotta stay out of the rats because the rats will eat you alive if you go past them. Number 2, you can't really fight guards because, of course, you're like a girl. You can't. You're like this real young, like. I'm not saying nothing against women, so before you go there, don't go there.
He's like, before you go there, like stop it.
You're like I said, pretty much a teenager.
Yeah.
And these are like armed soldiers that's been in the army for years, so it's not like you're gonna just disarm the guy and instantly turn into like a battle warrior. So you got to find different ways of getting around them.
Yeah,
you can use the rats to your advantage to where they will attack the other guards and stuff.
Yeah. But I really rats coming from? Are the guards not worried?
They're coming from the
as long as you stay near fire, you're fine. But if you turn the lights out, the lamps off, the rats will just swarm that area.
Real quick, going back to the chat, Gatorano says, I will give it to you that all the Gear games tend to blend. Yep. And a shout out to you, S-Killed, always being so warm and welcoming inside the chat. I see you over there greeting the people that's coming in, so thank you very much again for shout out for that.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're all trying to make it through 2020. We only got a couple more days to go. Hopefully, the minute that 2021 January 1st hits, COVID will no longer be a thing. We'll have a decent president in office, the whole nine. So, on over to number 2.
Yeah, this is like the longest nightmare I've ever been in.
The only thing we're waiting for is the day after tomorrow storm that will, put the icing on the cake for 2020.
So we have Sunset Overdrive versus Quantum Break. We're going to start with you there, 9-ball. What are your thoughts? Sunset Overdrive versus Quantum Break.
With Sunset, I know more about Sunset versus Quantum Break. I heard it's more cartoony and fun. Where Quantum Break was, I haven't played much of it, and so it's hard to say. It looked to be either hit or miss. It's one of those games where I think you're gonna either like it or you're just gonna flat out hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what that one said. So I'm gonna give this one a Sunset. I haven't played either one though. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. And also, of course, you guys are also welcome to throw inside your submissions too as well, Godaron or S-Killed, and anybody else that's listening onto the chat as well. You guys are welcome to throw in your submissions, and that will kind of help be the tiebreakers between as we're choosing the best Xbox One game of the generation. So on over there.
I'm gonna start getting my Steam list set up off this.
There you go. Hey, that's the way to do it. Get your Game Pass set up if it's on there.
And Godarano, winter sales on Steam. So if you got Steam, get on there. I'm already trying to trim my list down so I'm not blowing my wallet out.
Steam team. There we go.
We're multitasking here, me and Nineball. We're like, Steve!
Mildewy, the carrot of carrots, the pasteurizer. What's going
Sunset
down?
Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive for you?
No offense to Quantum Break. I mean, it looks like it might have a good story, but it feels just too dark and gritty to where I feel like we've seen a lot of stuff like that. Where Sunset Overdrive seems like, Nineball said, it's like serious, but also stupid funny at the same time in a way. It's like it's got that stuff where it's like, yeah, you gotta do this and be real, but it's like I'm gonna do it this way though. So it feels like if I were to play a game, I'd play this more. Gotcha. For sure.
And S-Guilds had mentioned inside the chat, I don't really know any of those games. Honestly, to be completely 100% transparent and full disclosure, I primarily for years have been PlayStation, just because they had a lot more games that pertain to me. So I also am not really huge inside a lot of these games that's on this list. However, I personally am going off of like how we're ranking these, especially if we don't know the games. We're just going off of our hype level after seeing these. So if you need to take a moment and go ahead and look up some YouTube trailers and like as you're listening to us, just to kind of get a full grasp, or maybe just Google some gameplay, you can definitely go ahead and do that too as well. And Nineball, also, by the way, I love the Halo poster thing in the back of Nineball's area. So there you go.
Yeah,
forgot about that.
He's lucky I don't know where he lives.
All right, on over to you, Gravity. Where's your hype level at for Sunset Overdrive or for Quantum Break, and or have you played them?
I sadly haven't played either of them, but I actually do remember the commercials for Sunset Overdrive, and I remember that I was actually really excited to play it, and then I just didn't. It sadly came out during a time in my life where I just had way too much going on in my regular life, and I just could not find the time to game. But I also feel like it, and again, I was also thinking about this just a second ago. It may have felt like I haven't seen or heard about anything too much of it since after it released, and I feel like maybe that could be a result of just gaming nowadays, where as soon as a game drops, the developers try to prolong the lifespan of that game as much as possible. So
games as a service.
Yeah,
you're constantly seeing commercials and ads. I see ads for Fortnite, Apex, games
Cyberpunk
like that.
Still.
Cyberpunk, yes, still.
I'm sorry I brought it up, Malachi, but I've just seen 5 trailers in a row for Cyberpunk.
And again,
just looking through some of these games, I just see Cyberpunk. Stop it!
I can't even buy
it.
Yeah. They took it away,
and
they took away my ability to buy it
on the PlayStation Store. Yeah. And again, the game itself, the essence of what I've played so far is actually really good. By the way, we have a Cyberpunk winner in the chat, Godarano, who's still got to get your copy on set up. So we got.
What's up, Godarano?
Yeah, but actually set it up.
I hope it's not on PlayStation 4.
It actually is. But don't scare him. It's still.
I'm not trying to scare him.
Okay.
I'm not trying to scare him. We're just saying,
I don't think this is making him feel any better.
Gaming experience possible. That's all I'm saying.
It'll be out again eventually.
See, you guys see what you did. You got on and just put a sad face in the chat now. Come on, guys.
2077.
Blame CD Projekt Red, Godarano. Blame them.
You know what? I will. So going back to our rankings here,
Yeah.
I will say though that Sunset Overdrive, out of both of these, definitely looks like a game that I would prefer to play. Like I said before, I was actually excited back in 2014 when this game was being released because it did look really fun. I just didn't hear a lot from it afterwards. But again, that could just be because of the times with gaming. Like they would have commercials up till launch and maybe a little bit after that, and then they're like, nah, it's fine. People will find it. But the concept of Quantum Break looks really interesting. It kind of reminded me of Rain a little bit. Like at least like that noir little
Heavy
like
Rain?
colors. Yeah, Heavy Rain.
Okay.
So it kind of reminded me a little bit of that. The concept sounds interesting, but honestly, like when you're putting it up against Sunset Overdrive, where you can just jump around, you can grind on things that you're not supposed to grind on, like you can blow stuff up. It just
Grinding on like the giant worms there, just sliding around on them, and you're like, wait, what?
it just looks like a heck of a lot more fun. So yeah. So I'm
The Remedy game too for
me. It's Sunset Overdrive.
Not
and
Sunset, but the other one.
And and real quick side note. Oh, you're talking about Quantum Break?
Yeah, Quantum Break.
Yeah. Real quick side note. First and foremost, Sunset Overdrive took the cake because that was my pick too as well. Looked a lot more appealing to me and everything like that. I agree with everything that you guys were saying as far as the essence of the game and the origins and also the vibe, because that's another thing that's big on games is what kind of vibe does it leave you. Some games are designed to scare the living daylights out of you, and that's fine. Some games are designed to go ahead and have you immersed in that world. Some games are designed to have you go out and explore. You know what I mean? So it just comes down to, one, what is the game trying to do, and two, does it do it well? And I think that honestly, Sunset Overdrive has more of the look I'm looking for in games for that particular mood. At least how I'm feeling right now while we're doing this ranking right now. So yeah, and real fast, just also throw it out there too as well. I've noticed, yes, Gatorano and S-Killed, you guys been throwing out some emotes. We need to figure out how to get some ALWT Gaming emotes out there. You know what I mean? We need to figure out how to actually figure that out, because I think I would love to see those little robot guys in the corner and just like smiling or giving the like getting angry. You know what I mean? Like kind of circuiting out, doing a little frown.
All right. One step at a time, Malachi.
Hey. I'm dreaming big. I know
you are. By the way, real quick backup on Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
For anyone who's got Game Pass, it is actually currently on there for it.
PC Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass?
I just find mine. It's $5 on Steam.
I was like, it's $5 on Steam,
or
you can just install it on the Game Pass for free, or it's $5 on the Game Pass too. So,
there you go.
Either way. Mm-hmm. But I might actually get it for the on here for Steam, because I'm like, they got some.
It's not $5, it's like $4.40 something, I think.
You're $4.40 something.
It's $4.99.
Yeah, $4.99, $5.
Yeah, so but I'm just gonna install it for free on here, and then if I can buy it later, I'll buy it later.
Facts.
But it's like, yeah. So if you got Game Pass, it's on there, guys, or on Steam for $5. What's it gonna cost you? Chipotle.
It's not. It's not $5.
Raise energy drinks.
That's correct. What you can go ahead and do is go to www.repsports.com. That's REPP sports.com. Go ahead and type in ALWT Gaming at checkout. Get 50% off your Raise Energy, your water supplements, your workout teas, and the whole nine. It's all good stuff. Raise Energy, ALWT Gaming, 15% off. Go ahead and get raised up. Raise the roof, raise the bar, raise your spirits as we go through this Jurassic time.
No, I said 9 ball when he said whole 9.
The whole 9.
The whole 9 ball. I get it there. I like it.
I had to rehear because I didn't hear the 9 part. I heard him just say, I thought he said, I'm ball, kind of like I'm Groot. I'm like, I'm ball. I was like, you drink balls? What?
No, I actually, to be honest with you, that wasn't going to be my raise segment, but I'm glad you did that because that set me up perfect for that. It was actually good to see what's not $5 is Rare Replay versus Halo Wars 2. What are you guys taking? Go start off with you there, Mildewey.
Halo Wars 2, get out of here if you dare try and say Rare Play. I played the original Halo Wars on the Xbox. I still got the game. Trying to look at getting it. It's a little expensive still on Steam, so I'm going to wait for that. But Halo Wars 2, even though the campaign was a little bit short, I still loved it. It's so good. The campaign mode, the just the story campaign for it and all is just fantastic. Through Halo Wars 1, Halo Wars 2. If you haven't played them, you love RTSs with a good story, pick it up, guys. It's excellent. So,
Okay, all right.
plus you get to play as, all the Spartans and Warthogs and all, and just running over units with them. It's so much fun.
Does Rare Replay even count as a game? Isn't it like 30 games?
It's 30 games. I mean, that's the only thing you could probably say about it. It's like for $10 you get 30 games. So but these are like old school games. It feels like
if Dreams on PlayStation is gonna be considered a game, then Rare is gonna
like Banjo Kazooie's on there. Come on, guys.
I mean, Banjo Kazooie.
I remember playing that on my N64 when I was younger. That's how old I am. Like that's just like,
dude, they have Conquer on there. I had Conquer on my Game Boy. Conquer's Pocket Tales.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
What's that work?
What does that
I'm sorry.
game
Halo
mean
Wars.
to you?
Halo Wars 2 takes a scarab and just blasts that away.
Gravity Mark II. Numero dos. What are your thoughts?
I'm already gonna say this. It's got to be Halo Wars for me. It's like for me, and again, not trying to diss this game just because it's 30 games in one, but usually for me, it's to me I see Rare Replay as less of a standalone game and more of just hey, you can play any of these games, which is great, but at that point you have to put all of those games against Halo Wars, and it's just kind of Halo Wars was really fun, and while I'm sure a lot of these games in here are fun, I mean, I've played some of them, they just don't live up to Halo Wars.
Yeah. Okay. I respect that. Before we go on over to 9ball, have to throw this out there. S-Killed had asked Gatorano in the chat, what's your favorite game and why? Gatorano responds, oof, that's a hard question. My answer will have to be Final Fantasy X and X-2, mainly because that is one of the only games I never got tired of playing and have beaten it 4 times already. So good.
Well, you just became Malachi's best friend.
You already know.
I got every console.
Yeah.
It's actually on sale on Steam right now, if I remember right.
Yeah, it should be cheap.
I got it on Steam. I even got it on the Vita.
Yeah, I had it on the Vita too. I got to rebuy my Vita so I can have that travel capability with my PS1, PS2, PS3 favorites. It's the 9ball. On over to you, good sir. What are your thoughts? Was it going to be Rare Replays or Halo Wars 2? Where you at?
Tough for me. Because of one game. Jet Force Gemini. Jet Force Gemini was a game I played a lot as a kid. Me and my brother used to play it all the time with Jet Force Gemini.
Jet Force Gemini.
Yeah, we had this on 64. Well, they got Perfect Dark. But, like they said, it is true. I mean, I've had bad experiences on, I know the first Halo War had problems with the blitzing. You remember the, what was that? The tactic where people would build a bunch of, what are those cars called?
Oh, the Warthogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, Warthog blitzes were nasty in Halo Wars. Halo Wars 2, they're still pretty dirty, but they actually got some units now to counteract them. So
Okay, yeah, I remember because when I first played the first few matches, it was just like that. You would just build a ton of Warthog.
Warthog blitzes were annoying as hell, but if you could counteract them fast enough, they're easy to take out. But
I didn't counteract them the first time I played. I didn't know what was happening. It was 30 Warthogs just blitzed in my base. I'm sitting up here trying to build this nice little structure here.
You're just trying to pretty it up and make it look pretty. They're just no, man, we're shutting you down.
Give it to it. I mean, it's basically. I will. You know what? I'm gonna let Malachi. I'm gonna give it to Rare Replay. Much as I love Halo Wars 2. I'm not being mean to Halo Wars 2, but yeah, I'm gonna give it to Rare Replay to play devil's advocate on this one.
Well,
you're
gonna have to be mean to Halo Wars 2 for the next round because it made it past it.
That's fine. I'll take Halo Wars 2.
Yeah, Halo Wars 2 is my pick too as well. Yeah, in my experiences with Rare, it's just Halo Wars is just the better game. I haven't played 2, but I have played a little bit of 1. And I did enjoy that from what I played.
It's like they had like Perfect Dark, Jet Force Gemini, Perfect Dark Zero.
Yeah, which all of those games, every one of those games that you mentioned, I haven't even touched, so I can't even. And I've never been inclined to play them either. That's another thing. So again, it goes off of if I haven't played it, then what's my HAP level for it? My HAP level's non-existent because I just never really cared to play those.
You know what?
I just say that. I'm just gonna be completely honest. And then we're down to the last round of the section A, which is Crackdown 3 versus Cuphead. And same thing for you guys in the chat. What's your guys' thoughts? What are you guys thinking here? Cuphead versus Crackdown 3. We're going to start with you there. It's the 9-ball. We can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So Crackdown was kind of like Cyberpunk, just not as bad, to where it existed for years in development hell, then came out and they kind of just released it, but unlike CD Projekt Red, they kind of just let it just flow down the river.
Wade in the water. Go ahead.
Was it the River of Time?
Eskilt says, wait. Yeah, I was about to say, you were talking, but your volume went out again, so I didn't hear what you were saying there.
Okay, I said it just kind of just flowed, and it just went in the water and politely just went downstream into the waterfall.
Right.
Just went to obscurity. Nobody remembers Crackdown 3.
So are you
Everybody remembers Cuphead.
I was about to say,
Cuphead,
does that mean that you're giving it to Cuphead then?
I'm giving it to Cuphead 100%.
I mean, that's what Eskill just says. I hate Cuphead, but I love Cuphead. So I'm assuming that means he's choosing Cuphead. so and then Godorano was just kind of laughing in the chat. I'm assuming that means he also chooses Cuphead. Unless I'm wrong, Godorano. I mean, feel free to comment it in. Gravity, it's on you.
Now, I haven't played either of these games, but it looks like, to me, it looks like this main character is based off of Terry Crews. And with that said, if the main character is anything like Terry Crews is, like when he acts, where he's just goofy and silly, I might say the Crackdown would be really fun. But again, I'm not super familiar with it. I think, at the very least, from what I've seen, I actually did see somebody who was talking about picking up Crackdown 3 recently on YouTube. I think it actually came to Game Pass recently. But
I have to go back and check.
I will say Cuphead
Floating on that river.
just let it flow. Just let Terry flow down that river.
Real quick. When you get done with your comment, you might want to come out or turn off your camera, turn it back on, just because your mouth is not matching the volume anymore. So just want to throw that out there. Yeah.
How dare you not match?
Doing all sorts of that. I just want to make sure you guys get the best quality out of this video. I just want to make sure you guys are good. You know what I mean? And also, as you're getting that together, Gatorana does say you're correct. He also chooses Cuphead as well for his winner. So back
I think he was actually talking about his thing about Terry Crews. Actually, Terry Crews actually did the E3 trailer for Crackdown 3. Yeah. So I think they did model him off of Terry Crews. So that's why I think Godorano was talking about.
Well, no. He said that. He said that before. I was looking at it on the chat, but he said that before he even said his. Before he said the Terry Crews pitch. But yeah, yeah, definitely. Go ahead. So, which one was your pick there, Gravity?
For me, it's got to be Cuphead. Cuphead like kicked the door in, like when it came in. Like Cuphead, I feel like started, or at the very least, if it didn't start it, it kind of rode this wave of very simple looking indie games that have been coming out within the last few years. Look at the Last of Us. Dude, I can't even think of the name of this. Among Us.
Yep.
I need to work on my memory, man. Yeah, like when you look at like Among Us, like that came out in 2018, but because of everything going on, like it picked up now. But it's still kind of an indie game. Same with Cuphead. Like it was kind of like an obscure indie game, and now like a lot of people know about it. And it's just it's artistic design, and it's honestly like it's an eyeball said. I think it was last week that indie games tend to take a lot more risks than a lot of mainstream developers would want to do. And because of that, sometimes it can really backfire, but other times it can really just catapult them to this place where even if you don't know the name of it, you're like, oh, I've seen that before. So at the very least, to me, Cuphead has this one.
Okay.
Gonna let Crackdown float down the river now.
Mildewy, what you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Cuphead as well, just because Crackdown looks fun, but I feel like it's an overdone genre. When I saw Cuphead, it immediately took me back to the old Mickey Mouse cartoons. If you've ever played Kingdom Hearts and you remember the Timeless River Zone, it just reminds me of that, like fun stuff. Like if Walt Disney came forward in the future and made a color game and all, like this would be it. So it just reminds me of that, and it's like I kind of want to play this more. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go with Cuphead.
I'm right there with you. I don't really get the Disney vibes, but I get Castle Crashers. That's what I get. That's my jam. And yeah, I have to go. I have to go with that. Also, like I think that the genre for Crackdown kind of came out at an odd time period and I might be way off here, but I think Crackdown, at least the first one or two, came out when it was in competition with Red Faction, with what's it called? Red Faction with Rage. And of course, all those are going to be around the time period where Infamous was around, which obviously people are going to be floating more towards Infamous and everything. So that's my kind of my thought process there when it comes down to comparing these two games. So Crackdown, goodbye. Cuphead, welcome back. And as we're about to go ahead and go into the next segment, before we go into the section B, S-Killed had to ask, what's your guys' favorite FPS game? First person shooter. Lightning round. Ooh. What's up there, Gravity? What's your first person shooter game?
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be Xbox. Doesn't have to be Xbox either. Can be any platform that you play it on.
Crap. You know what?
I could guarantee you that Godorano's is probably Halo. Halo 3 probably. But correct me if I'm wrong there. Go ahead and there, Gravity.
You know what? I'm gonna sound like a douche saying this, but probably Call of Duty. I will say, I'm not a huge first-person shooter fan. When I was introduced to first-person shooters, that was really when Modern Warfare 2 was like just really starting to catapult and really be like the game that everyone was going to.
Yeah.
And I hated it. Even though I do like Call of Duty, I hated it because every time I jump on and try to like actually figure out how the game works, I would just immediately die. And it was honestly, I had that experience with Halo as well, where I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm a Spartan. Let's see when I'm dead. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get back in this, and then just I'm dead. And then it was the same with Fortnite. Fortnite got better, but like I got tired of Fortnite. Apex, kind of the same thing. Like Apex got better, but still, like it's not my thing. It's definitely Ab's thing. Abs loves Apex. Like she got a whole separate SCUF controller specifically for Apex. So, but honestly, I'd probably have to say Warzone as of late.
Okay.
That's been the one that I've been kind of gravitating to if I had to play a first-person shooter.
Right. Okay. All right. What about you there, Nineball?
Wow, you asked me kind of fast, but I'm gonna go real far back. I was a fan of the Unreal Tournament.
Oh yeah.
Can I change my answer? I loved Unreal Tournament.
There you go.
Shooters I played was the Unreal Tournament and the Unreal Championships.
Okay.
So the one that comes to memory for me would probably be Doom for a first-person shooter. It's a game it's a fun shooter. It's not taking too seriously. And to be honest, it's just over the top and retarded. And it's not one you have to do a lot of thinking on. It's basically you see enemies, you shoot enemies.
Mm.
You don't take Doom. The Doom guy does. He's not Halo man. You don't take cover. You do not take cover. The Doom man takes bullets. He doesn't take cover.
Well, even in Halo,
man.
You don't take cover.
Yeah,
Chief, you just run through it.
You literally just jump. You have the
You're
the
just
little
jumping
jumps
around.
on
There
the
ain't no
side.
cover slides or anything.
Mm.
You're Master Chief. You don't hide from nothing.
Right. Anti-gravity. Anti-gravity.
I think the Doom guy is cooler though. We walk like a 7-foot demon with a chainsaw and just go, yeah, I got this.
What about you there, Mildewy? What's your first person shoot up? There we go. I called it. Halo 3 for Gatorano. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, him and another. Go ahead.
The one game I would have chosen is kind of like nulled because it's not just an FPS. I was gonna say BioShock but that's more RPG element style. With
Yeah,
FPS,
that's
one of the first. So if I had to go shooter, I definitely have to go Halo. Is one of my favorites. I've just the whole series itself, like not even like 3 or 1 or something like that. Like just the entire series is so good. So that's my bit is Halo. You know, I played Call of Duty, Gears of War, and all that, but I have to put Halo top. I've even played the old school Medal of Honor series, if you guys remember that stuff.
Yes,
All about
dude, that was my jam.
I forgot about
I learned
that
so
one.
much. There was actually, what was it? It was the Remember the Alamo during that time period was really like you actually learned stuff in Medal of Honor. So I love that because I was like, oh,
it's actually based off of it's actually based off of world events and actually
Yeah, that real World War II beginning of Medal of Honor, man, I would have not survived.
Yeah. By the way, I've been kind of browsing through Steam still. They actually have Medal of Honor Airborne on sale for $2.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go to Mildery. It was actually the same problem. I had the same problem because actually I was going to say the Fear series, but
yeah,
Fear
definitely
is horror more than it's a first-person shooter, but it's a first-person shooter horror game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean you could also say the same thing for the Jericho game.
Jericho and Condemned Criminal Origins.
Yeah, those were good, but it's like you can't really mark them as just a pure FPS. They're FPS horrors. So
well,
I mean, you could say Halo would be like an FPS sci-fi, but it's strictly FPS is what it's been rated as. So
I was about to say now there's definitely one going to the chat. Gatorano, like I said before, said Halo 3, the masterpiece is unmatched. He did also mention, but I also like Army of 2. Not sure if that will be considered an FPS. So that's a third person.
Actually, it's third person.
Yeah, it's third person. Yeah, no, it's third person. But I mean, again, like it's still a shooter type, but it is more of a run, gun, take cover, all that good stuff. However, I can see why TPS.
That's a TPS.
If your partner goes down, though, man, that was just beast. He just dragged him while the guy was just shooting.
I mean, better if it's Army of 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not an Army of 5. But mine in general, I would say mine in particular was actually, and you guys are going to call me the Sony pony for it. I don't care.
Mag.
No. Actually, I liked Mag only when I played with friends. Outside of that, I hated Mag. Because now Mag was one where you brought on 250 players versus 250 players. It was awesome.
That one we just played? What was that one we just played? Shit. No, it wasn't that one.
I was about to, and now I will say it's PS3, so we haven't played it together.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Resistance 3. Resistance.
I played
3
with this.
Oh yeah.
I've never played Resistance.
Yeah, that one.
That was a good game.
I'm surprised you haven't played Resistance there, 9Ball, because that one's straight up your alley.
I never really had a PlayStation outside of 4.
Yeah.
When my PlayStation 2 died.
Yeah. Well, if you end up picking up Resistance, I'm not sure if they got it on the PlayStation Now anymore. I know it used to be on there for a bit, but if you ever decide to pick up PlayStation Now, or if it becomes on sale or brings it to PS4, PS5, I highly recommend it. It's definitely a 9Ball type game for sure. Me and my buddy back at home, actually next one of Gatorano's neighbors, we used to play it all the time. It was just because you can have that split screen multiplayer through the campaign, And let me tell you, that was a good time. I'm surprised that none of you guys said Borderlands. I was expecting that to come on out.
Well, the problem with Borderlands is it's also considered it's the same category as BioShock, as it has RPG elements to it, so it's not considered a true FPS.
Yeah.
Yes, it's FPS capability, but you got your abilities you can fire off, you got your trees you build to make yourself better and all. It's not just you go in. FPS is more or less, if you're talking about just straight FPS, is you go into a game, your character goes in, picks up a gun, they've got their shield, that's it. The only upgrade you get is you just got a bigger gun because it was in the armory. That's it. That's an FPS to the core. Now, if you want to say FPS is with like RPG elements, I'm definitely going to throw Borderlands out there, but I'm going to have to put my bros BioShock right above that just because I love BioShock's world and lore. Borderlands is right there next to it, but BioShock. But yeah, if we're talking straight FPSs, Halo. I got to go Halo.
Well, there you go. There you go. And that's a good segue to come on over to category B, which we have 8 different participants here in category B. We have Sea of Thieves versus Forza Motorsport 7. Gravity, what you got?
Again, this is just going to go off of my preference. I like Sea of Thieves a lot. I'm not a huge racing guy. I have actually played Forza. I've actually played a little bit of the one that's actually currently on Game Pass, and that was actually pretty fun. But it just didn't really hit that button for me. Whereas Sea of Thieves actually does. It is actually pretty fun until you come across people who are just going to pin you to the dock and just set your boat on fire, and then they're just going to kill you repeatedly.
Yep. Hate those trolls. And real fast, I'm gonna let you finish. TBF Abyss, what's going on, good sir? Good to see you inside the chat, good sir.
What's up?
Hey, yes, Abyss finally woke up. Welcome, man.
Back to you there, Gravity.
For me, I got to give it to Sea of Thieves. It's at least, like I said, for me, it kind of is in more of that realm in which I like to play in.
Yeah.
Whereas like Forza, it is fun to race and to drive, especially with the graphics that Forza actually brings. Because the Forza games are just beautiful. They're just very gorgeous games. But to me, if I can only race, I feel kind of held back from what I could do. Because I like more exploration games, and and I like being able to drive and race in those games kind of as a bonus. But if it's just that, honestly, I'm probably gonna go I would prefer Mario Kart.
Heard that.
I might have just offended a whole bunch of people, and if so, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, you're good, man. Real fast, going to take a little quick 2-minute call out on here. TBF Abyss says, nap time is not being lazy. Bars, got him. S-Killed, again.
It is when he does nothing but nap.
Yeah, again, S-Killed, bringing in that positive, good energy, welcoming TBF Abyss. Hope you're having a good day. And yes, you're correct. It's that's how you say it. Is hope you're having a good day. And then and TBF Abyss is saying to have a good day so far as well. So good stuff there. Dewey Carrot, it's on you.
I'm gonna throw this out here for S-Kill. The reason I'm just narking on TBF Abyss is that's my brother, literally. So he knows me. I'm just playing with him. So yeah, if I say anything to him, don't take it as oh my god, I'm really rage quitting on a person. No, it's just my bro. We mess around like this a lot. We're okay with it. We're fine. We do this stupid stuff. He'll probably start throwing some shit about me in there shortly here. So just watch for it and have fun and laugh at it. As for me though, I'm going to go see Thieves. No offense to Forza, it looks beautiful. Graphics are well done. I just don't play racing games. If I want to play a racing game, I'm with Gravity. Give me some Mario Kart. I want to throw a blue shell at you just because you're in the league because you ran me off the road, you son of a gun. So I definitely would have to go Sea of Thieves. Yes, downside is you can get trolled on there, but it still looks beautiful, still is fun, especially if you play with people. It's a lot better. So I'm definitely gonna have to just give it to Sea of Thieves right now because that's my type of jam right now. Is I really love the survival open world exploration games.
Oh yeah,
And on the seas you can be a pirate. Come on, guys, what's not to like about that?
Arg! And of course,
You be calling me the mildewy of the seas.
and Eskild, you said I'm not the best, but trying to be positive. Yes. We appreciate any energy you're able to give inside the chat because, again, positivity is key. That's what we're all about. We like to have fun. We like to have a good time. So
at least you tried.
At least you tried. You know what I mean? That's the name of the channel. At least you tried. So all day, every day. As we going over to you there, Nineball, go ahead and spit us your spiel there between Forza or Sea of Thieves while I go ahead and grab my unfortunate non-energy drink of Raise Energy. I gotta grab my soda. Hold on 1 second.
This one's I love both games. I actually have Forza. It was one of the first games I got on the Xbox One. The amount of customization on your cars is ridiculous. I don't even play racing games, and I played it quite a bit. It's fun to play. You also you can play against people. I think you can play against your own time and stuff. But Sea of Thieves, I found funner with friends, and when you create a whole soundtrack of just pirate metal just to play a game with, you're onto something here. So I might have to Sea of Thieves. No offense to Forza Motorsport, if you can get that game, get it. It is spectacular. Like I said, customization's fine. You also got to pay to repair. If you damage your car, if you got like realistic on, you have to pay to repair your cars and fix them, keep them maintained and stuff. The game's spectacular, but I don't really play a lot of racing games. I'm not a huge racing fan, so don't get bad. I think Forza's great. It's just Sea of Thieves resonates with you more.
Heard that. And I'm honestly the same way. I mean, Sea of Thieves took this one by storm for sure. But I am kind of curious about your guys' opinions inside the chat too as well. Eskilled, Gatorano, TBF Abyss. If you guys are all in there currently, which I just saw that Eskilled just asked TBF Abyss what his favorite game is and why as well. I'm kind of curious on your guys' thoughts. I want to know what you guys think between these two games, Forza or Sea of Thieves. Which one would you pick? That's going on to the next round for at least the ALWT Gaming rankings. Goodbye, Forza. But I still want to know what you guys have on that for that. TBF Abyss says Sea of Thieves all the way. I agree with you. I still am reliving that moment when we were as me, Gravity, and Nineball. We're literally just literally hanging out there, having a good time. Somehow Nineball has no shoes on. And Gravity pointed that out. We're about to go ahead and take a big drink of this whiskey, and we're trying to do it together, and all of a sudden, Nineball just starts taking his chug early, and I'm flipping out about it, and we're just like, okay, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and take a drink, look at it, and the next thing you know, Nineball just falls all the way down the steps, and it was the most funniest random thing I was not expecting, and I was cracking up. We have a video that's on YouTube as well, so if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you guys are going to go back and check that out because it was hysterical. At least it was to me. I was cracking up. But on the flip side, I personally did not. I don't have anything against racing games. To be honest with you, one of the better racing games that I have played outside of course, Underground, Need for Speed Underground 2, and all the good stuff. I overall do enjoy the crew. I did enjoy the crew, and I still would like to go ahead and complete that story. I think one of the cool things about the crew is that you can cross country. You can start off in Detroit and drive all the way to California and like actually drive there. And it's really cool to see the terrains and the planes and everything like that switch. There's little, and on the drive, there's like little mini missions that you can actually do towards like a speed test or a weave test or try to get the furthest distance on a ramp and stuff. They have some really cool essence in the crew. The crew 2 was kind of a failure from what I've seen, what I played. Crew 1 had a plot to it too as well, which is a really good plot. But Crew 2, so from what I played, I feel like they tried to do a little too much, which didn't really hit home for me. So kind of bringing it, I do have experience with racing games. Going to the chat on here, TBF Abyss says Sea of Thieves all the way. Not really a big racer game. Perfectly fine. Godorano says haven't played Sea of Thieves, but trailer makes me think it's better than Forza. You are 100% correct about that. To be honest with you, S-Killed says I love cars, but Sea of Thieves looks so good. And then S-Killed says the crew 2 looks so good. Honestly, it really wasn't. I was excited for Crew 2. I was excited for the Crew 2, but it really wasn't that great, to be honest with you. At least from what I played so far. I might have to give it the old Final Fantasy VII try, but right now I'm not really impressed with the Crew 2. Godorano comes back in and says Midnight Club are my favorite racing games. Respect. Midnight Club is where it's at.
Burnout Paradise.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good one too as well. Yeah.
One of the oldest racing games I played was Cruisin' USA for the N64.
There you go. You go. That's the jam right there. Going on over to the second one. We have Ori and the Will of the Wisp versus Halo the Master Chief Collection on U9Ball. What you got?
I'm going to go with the Halo Master Chief Collection.
Oh, yeah. All right, why's that?
When you've got not one, not two, but at least 3 Halos, plus they did put, I think, is ODST on there yet?
ODST?
Yeah, ODST.
I'm pretty sure it's scheduled to be into it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Pulling it up right now because it's on Steam for $24, guys. You know,
all this, all of this. Steam,
yep, it's in here.
Steam promotions.
Looks like it's in here. So Halo Reach, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo 3 ODST. That's 5 glorious Halo games, guys, for $24. I'm probably actually gonna be adding that to my cart right now and blowing my wallet out the door.
There you go.
Halo is. I mean, as much as I didn't pick Halo one of my shooter games, Halo's still a great franchise. It's just I liked it. Like I said, I'm more in a arena shooter style, so I like the kind of the fast, frantic pace of shooter. But Halo is a good game, and so I'll give it to them on that. They have, for most part, a good story. Now, I heard bad things about Halo 5, was the one I heard was pretty bad. But I never played Halo 5, so I'm about to give it a good old try. And once I download it to the Xbox One, I'll play it then. But I'm going to give it to Halo.
Yeah, Halo 5 definitely got some... We went through the ringer for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely got some really, really bad stuff by, 343.
I think so. Yeah. I haven't played that one. I've stopped. I mean, 4 was excellent. I liked it. But I haven't played 5 because they only launched on the Xbox Series. So that was my only sad point for that.
Yeah, it's not even on Game Pass. Well, it is, but only on if you have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's only on the console.
Real quick, before we go ahead and dive into Mildew's thoughts about it, going to the chat. Midnight Club is one of my favorite racing games. Godorano says banger. S-Killed says I love that you can drive around the whole map, but else than that, I don't like it. I'm assuming you're talking about the crew. If not, if you're talking about Midnight Club, please let us know inside the chat. TVF Abyss says Master Chief Collection all the way, and I agree with 9Ball. I already have it too. So there you go. Mildewy Carrot.
Good. First off, saying good boy to Abyss because I'm getting it, so we can definitely link up on there. And if 9Ball's got it, we can bring him in. And if Gravity's got it, maybe, Malachi, I don't know.
Game Pass. If we're talking about just the Halos, I was about to say, if you're talking about Halos 1, 2, and 3, and I think Wars, those are all on Game Pass, even on the PC version. After that, I don't think that they're on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Master Chief Collection from Steam, but it's Master Chief Collection all the way. I'm sorry. You've got 5 of my favoriteest games from the Halo series right then and there. Don't get me wrong, I really want to play Ori. Like, it looks really good.
Yeah.
But just Halo has been my jam from the beginning. I'm going to be getting back on here as you're hearing me say, load it into my cart. But yeah, I got to give it to Halo. Sorry, Ori.
Ori, you're holding on by a thread. What you got there, Gravity? Actually, there's not really holding on because if it ends up being a tiebreaker, the chat already spoken so far saying it's Halo. But go ahead there, Gravity. What you got?
Honestly, I'm probably just gonna echo Mildewy at this point. he kind of took the words right out of my mouth here. Like, Ori looks very pretty. It looks like a lot of fun. It's a different game for a different day. You know what I mean? Like there are those days where you're just gonna want to play a game like Halo, where you're just gonna want to sit down and just say, you know what, I just want to shoot something. Like I just want to I want to look out for people. I want to be laser focused. And then there are other days where you're just like, you know what, I just want to relax. I don't want to have to think too hard. I just want to run right. I just want to move that way or this way. I don't know if my camera's flipped or not, but yeah, like I'm gonna have to give it to the Master Chief Collection. It is a game that is on my radar. It is something that I'm gonna have to get eventually. Some buddies of mine actually have been playing this, and they are honestly, I feel like they're probably a lot more now. Last time I talked to them about this a few weeks ago, they had, I think, 500 some out of the 700 possible achievements for that game. So they've been playing it a lot. So if that tells you anything, yeah, honestly, I'm just going to go with the Master Chief Collection on this one. It's definitely something that's on my radar.
Cool. And I mean, no point in me really saying anything as well because it's Master Chief Collection. To be completely honest with you, I kind of lean just a little bit more towards Ori. But when I think, and one of the separating factors for me is what type of quality am I going to get out of the game the best? And the things that I find in quality in the gaming is campaign, cooperative play, if it works for the campaign, and how immersive and can I be inside the game. I feel like Ori is a beautiful game, as you guys mentioned. The art style is great. Probably the music is great too as well. It's a platformer ultimately. There's only so much time I can really put inside of a platformer. I can't really dive too heavy into that for a long time period. It's kind of like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, to where it's like I'm playing in between, or I might go ahead and just do this for an hour while I'm waiting for something like that. I'm not going to be super immersed in platformer games if I'm playing solo. So Master Chief Collection for me.
All the way for Master Chief.
Yeah. The next one that we have. We have State of Decay 2 and Ashen.
Which one?
State of Decay 2 and Ashen. So this is going on over to you there, Mel Dewey. If you want to look up Ashen, I feel like that's what everyone's doing right now. So go ahead and check out Ashen.
Just pulling up this quick little trailer here. That one I've never heard yet before, so let me take a look at it.
I've seen gameplay. I have seen it. I remember Ashen, because I remember hearing that name a lot.
Okay, just from what I'm seeing right now, because if you guys watch our 9 to 5 segments, we State of Decay 2. I'm gonna have to go with Ashen just from what I'm seeing here briefly. It looks a lot more fun and interesting than State of Decay 2. Don't get me wrong, State of Decay 2 might be fun to play, but there's a lot of stuff there's some good negatives in there that I wish they would fix before I make it my top game or a fun survival game. So just from what I'm seeing, I'm gonna have to go Ashen.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Ashen. This is looking fun. Is this thing on Game Pass? Where's my Game Pass?
Actually, it might be. It very well might be. If not, you can always check Steam.
I am not going to be able to sleep anytime soon.
While he's looking up for Ashen on Steam and Game Pass,
you get your raise you can just stay up all night.
There you go. Plug it in. It's the 9-ball. What you got?
Yeah, I'm glad you stopped that because you almost copyrighted yourself there. Yeah, it's not on Game Pass. Sad face.
What about Steam?
Steam, I believe. I might have to go with State of Decay 2.
It's on there, but it's $16.
TBF says, "What's sleep?" LOL.
Yeah, Mr. Naps a lot.
Core of State of Decay 2 is fun if you can fix certain problems on there. But I don't know about Ashen right now, and from what I'm seeing, I'm not getting too hype about it. It seemed to be a Souls-like game. which this has been thrown around a lot lately.
Oh,
As much
Souls.
as I'm in,
That's because Souls is so popular. Are you kidding me?
I
It's
know.
a cult following. It's you can't even go there.
As much as I'm seeing, I don't really know how it would differentiate itself, other than saying it's a Souls-like and is more animated. Like I played, I played the Dark Souls. I didn't really touch. I played Noi, Mortal Coil.
Neo.
Yeah, Neo. Okay, Neo, Noi. Apples, oranges.
Okay. I mean, it's not, but that's that's okay. Go ahead.
Is it Kakashi or Kakashi, Malachi?
No, it's literally. I mean, there's different flips, but yeah, you have NOIH and an IOH. So, but yeah, go ahead. You played all.
I'm gonna give it to. God, what was the game I was giving?
State of Decay 2.
State of Decay 2. We're gonna give it to State of Decay.
All right. Let's see what you're doing.
All right.
Stirring the pot a little bit there, Nine Ball. What about you there, Gravity?
You know what? After looking at this a little bit more, Ashen looks really fun. It looks really fun. It looks like a game that you could easily get lost in, just with all of the stuff you could do. And again, I might be, pulling the trigger a little too soon on that, but it looks like the environments are very different, where it will have a cave environment where you're just shining a light to try to see. It will have like nighttime. It will have like these more medieval looking cities in the daytime. It'll have like sprawling fields that you can run through. And to me, I love that kind of stuff. I love that stuff, especially with open world games. And State of Decay 2 was really it was fun. Like we all played it. Like it was really fun. I just feel like at the very least, and again, this might not be a fair comparison just because I have played State of Decay 2, and I'm actually gonna say like one of the things that I wasn't a huge fan of is that the game doesn't help you a little bit more with the crafting. Like I don't like it. I don't like it when games hold your hand through stuff, but this was really just like, okay, figure it out. I'm like, oh, well, this is really important medicine. Like, I really need to know how to craft that. It's like, you'll figure it out.
Or you'll die.
Yeah, or you'll die and start over. Eventually, you'll figure it out.
You might get
Like,
someone
that's kinda-
eventually who'll, live.
You're gonna say
through it.
the AI, the ally AI.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like-
God.
Die with me.
At the very least, I gotta say, it does look good. Honestly, like some of the
Freaking
colors,
Warzoning the goddamn game.
some of the colors that they have going on in this game actually give me like Shadow of the Colossus. And if any of you guys have played Ico,
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of that, like because like those are from the same developer.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of that, and I loved those games. Like I loved playing those games so much, and it just looks like almost like it just looks like a very scaled down, much more open world version of that. And my hype level for that is a lot higher than State of Decay 2.
Okay. I thought I was gonna be in the minority, but it turns out I'm in the majority. I'm with Ashen as well. And one of the core reasons why is that going to my experiences with State of Decay, one, after a lot of exploration, I'm realizing, and I've talked to you about this too before, Gravity Mark. I'm realizing I'm not really huge on the survivalist exploration type games. I'll play it with you guys. I have fun with you guys, but I'm seeing that I'm not really huge on those types of games. It's just not really my forte, at least for me to play on a consistent basis. Might pick it up every once in a while. But that my main argument, even with that being aside, my main argument was State of Decay. Honestly, once we found out what was going on, we were playing on the hardest difficulty. It was not hard. It wasn't hard. So that part was just like, okay, I was expecting like waves and hordes of zombies to come in like World War Z when we played, and we couldn't even get past the first level. You know what I mean? But again, like it wasn't like frustrating that we couldn't get past. It was really fun. You know what I mean? We got to be like, all right, now we're getting a little bit further. Okay, now we're getting a little bit further. Okay, now we're at the hall in the mall where there's a whole bunch of zombies that we have yet to figure it out because the NPCs are not reacting quick enough because there's so many zombies coming through. So it's just like that one you had the 4-player. Yeah, that one you had the 4-player it. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for when I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. And I didn't get that from State of Decay. So that's one of the core reasons why. And again, I'm not saying that they all have to be Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Neo type difficult. But at the same time, if I'm purposely choosing that difficulty, I want to feel that world. I want to be in it. And I didn't get that from State of Decay. So Ashen for me. And the last one for this category, we have Rise, Son of Rome, versus Killer Instinct. What you guys got? We're going to start with you there, Gravity.
Let me see. So you said it was Killer Instinct and
Rise is RYSE. Son of Rome.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this was actually one of those games that actually both of these games I didn't actually get too much time to look into them.
Killer Instinct, that's a classic. That's about on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I was like say I've played Killer Instinct before. I remember playing it a little bit when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of sidestep Gravity here just to give him a chance to kind of review that.
Yeah.
I mean, I played Killer Instinct and all, but Rise, Son of Rome, just I like those games a lot better. I'm not a big fighter fan, so but the hack and slash capabilities of Rise, Son of Rome kind of reminds me almost of a little bit of Assassin's Creed. God of War, if you're fighting multiple enemies, Drakengard. Yeah, it seems to be a lot more, and I kind of am curious more to want to learn more about the story mode of Rise, Son of Rome. So it's good. It looks like it has a good campaign. The Killer Instinct's more just like standard Tekken or Fighter or something like that, and I'm not a big fan of those games. I'll play them with people if they want to, but I will not go out of my way to hunt them down.
All right. What about you there, Nineball?
I've played both of them. I didn't play much of Rise because it looked more deceiving than what it was. Rise is incredibly short because it was one of Xbox One's launch titles. It had let's just say a ton of QTEs. This one I'm actually taking. I'm not a huge fighter fan, but I'm definitely taking Killer Instinct over Rise. I did not really like Rise at all. It was a lot of QTEs. In about a year, I think it's down to actually, if you want to give it a shot, it is on Steam. I think it's like $5. Because it dropped to $5.
Real quick, can you elaborate on what you mean by QTEs for our audio listeners and for anyone else that's tuning in?
Quick time events. It's basically push this button at this time and this happens.
Reaction commands. There's a lot of reaction shots to it. So QTE is the technical term, but if you want to go off of what most people tend to say, they tend to say there's a lot of actions to it.
Yeah. And you'll in case anyone's still curious or still wondering, think of if you guys ever played Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls or anything like that, to where it's more story driven than anything else. They have a lot of QTEs in them, a lot of them, because that's practically the whole game. It's more of like, again, your choices plus the quick actions that you guys have within those cutscenes. So, but go ahead there.
I'm looking at it right now on the Steam Summer, so it is $3.
Well, there you go.
I really didn't like it that much. It kind of reminded me. Who remembers the Order 18? What was it? 1881.
1886.
Which one?
1886.
1886.
Yeah.
That came out on the PlayStation 4 and touted itself as that big, title. That's what Rise was. And really it came out, it was exactly like, it was kind of like that, where it came and it just went. And I'm Killer Instinct I still think Killer Instinct is way better. I don't play a lot of fighting games. I do dabble in some, like I'll play some Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Dissidia.
I do dabble in Killer Instinct. I can't remember the girl's name. I usually play as the undead chick with the bow staff that counters everybody all the time. which kind of like teleports.
Oh,
Yeah, I know who
yeah,
you're talking about. I don't remember the name. I more or
Yeah.
less touched Raptor a lot though. Raptor or the
Fulgor
Raptor.
yeah.
and Glacius.
Glacius Cinder. That's my boy. But yeah, real quick. I was about to say that one of the things to your comment to Order 1886, the leading cause that game flopped, the leading cause, not the only cause, but the leading cause of why that game flopped is because it looked like it was going to be 4 players. It was 1. It literally had that essence, had that feel that it was going to be a PS4 style Left 4 Dead type scenario, and it was 1 player.
It wasn't just that. Like I said, I had a friend, and he basically only plays single player games. Like I asked him, I said, "How was the game?" Because he got the game. The next day, it was in a car with him. I said, "How was the game?" It was decent.
Yeah.
It just sucks because and half the people I talked to like, man, that game was terrible. And that's why I ended up in about a couple months. It was in the bargain bin for like $10.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I still to this day wouldn't mind actually picking it up myself. To be honest,
Oh, get it? It's probably $5 or $2 now.
Probably
You
is.
say
Just
yours in
to
the
try it
bargain
out.
bin.
Yeah, just to try it out. I think that'd be really cool to kind of check out. For me, but right before we go ahead and go on over to you there, Gravity, mine would actually have to be Killer Instinct as well. Just because again I'm not huge on fighting. Like I'm more into fighting games than Mildewy for sure. But I like Tekken. I like Street Fighter. I like the older Street Fighters a little better. But I love where Tekken's at right now. I like Bloody Roar. I actually like Jump Force. I know that I might be in the minority for that one. I don't like the story for Jump Force. I like the fighting, like because that's what fighting games are. The fighting games are not known for the story 90% of the times. They're known for the actual fighting itself, the actual gameplay. And Jump Force's gameplay is phenomenal. To be honest with you, the actual fighting is phenomenal. Tekken to me is more martial artish. As far as Jump Force is more fantasy based. Tekken's more competitive. But if we were talking about Bloody Roar, this would be a whole different monster. This would be a whole different scenario. But we're not. We're talking about Killer Instinct, which is not my Street Fighter, but it's not my Samurai Showdown. Even though that's still a good game, I think I like Killer Instinct over Samurai Showdown. So if I had to choose between the two, mine would definitely be Killer Instinct.
I think Nine Ball is giving you a negative down there.
I played Samurai Showdown. The only thing my friend did was just throw the knife at me. Oh, sure, take the controller. You ready? And he just threw the knife at me and killed me in like one hit. And didn't even tell me how the controls work.
S-Guild says, I'm back with that miss. So we just kind of gave her, I'm not sure at what point you ended up leaving, but we had Ashen that outbeat, what was it? State of Decay 2. And then we had Killer Instinct right now that's on the verge of possibly taking over from the Rise, which is a Rome game. Yeah, Son of Rome. So now the leading factor comes here. If it's Rise, it goes down to the chat as far as what the tiebreaker is going to be. If it's Killer Instinct, then Killer Instinct takes the cake. Clock is on you there, Nine Ball. What you got?
After I already went.
No, not you. I didn't mean. I meant Gravity. That's my fad. Go ahead there, Gravity. What you got?
You know what? After listening to all of your guys' reviews, after listening to all of your input, and doing a little research of my own, I do like fighting games. Like I've played a lot of, I have played quite a bit of Mortal Kombat's. That was more so back in the day when like playing with other people meant that you had to be in the same room as them.
Yep.
Nowadays, I feel like you don't get that same sense of being with like your friends and just playing a fighting game next to each other. And obviously COVID has done a lot to kind of hinder that. But honestly, I'm going to give this one to Rise. Even if it doesn't, it's not that long. it looks gorgeous, but I don't want to base it off that. It actually does look like quite a bit of fun. It does look it is kind of giving me some Assassin's Creed vibes, but I actually don't mind QuickTime events. Like I don't mind the reaction events because I'm usually pretty good at that. And I always liked to take the controller from my friends and just be like, "Here, I got this," and then have me get through it. Yeah, I'm giving this one to Rise. So let's throw this one to the chat.
We got ourselves a tie.
All right.
Yeah, our first tie of the day.
Yeah, we have right now. Yeah, so it's on to you guys, chat. SKill, TBF Abyss, Gatorano, anybody else that's currently listening in right now. Who is your guys' pick? We have Gatorano that says Rise. Ooh, okay, so far Rise has one in the tiebreakers. Rise has one, Killer Instinct has 0. SKilled or TBF Abyss. Are you guys in? Are you guys able to weigh in?
Let them
give it a little bit of time. We'll let them think. So what game is it? All right, so we have Rise, which is RYSE, which is Son of Rome, or versus Killer Instinct, which is the remake, I guess, on Xbox One.
Looks like Gatorano saying Rise.
Yeah, Gatorano says Rise. So right now, Rise is in the lead in the tiebreaker. Now it's just on SKilled and TBF Abyss if they're both still in the chat. I know SKilled is because he just commented in. If he says Killer Instinct, then it will go down to Metacritic. If TBF Abyss does not answer, if he says Rise, then that takes the cake. That takes the cake. Do 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 remix do 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 do. And just kind of giving a heads up too as well after we get through section B, because we are actually way over time. I was trying not to have it. Yeah, I was trying not to have it be crunch, but we'll probably have to somewhat speed through these last couple.
All right.
I don't know. I haven't played or heard of any of them. All right. If you have a moment to, I mean, you're free to go ahead and take a look at the YouTube videos. If you want to kind of just take a look at some gameplay for each one, we could definitely wait for you, man, if you want to take your time doing that. But Rise, just kind of giving you some insight. It's more of a story-driven, I'm assuming RPG type style, but at the same time, it does have...
It looks like an RPG.
but it's really a quick action type game. So if you're going to see like a cutscene, and then it might say press circle, or you'll see a cutscene, it'll say press X at this time. If you miss it, then maybe an animation will happen where your person gets hurt. If you hit it, then you'll continue on to the next part. Yes.
Question about Rise. Is the whole game reaction time?
I want to say mostly, because I played it so long ago, and because it was one of those launch titles, and it didn't do good.
Yeah, it's like if they sprinkle it in here and there, to me that's fine. But like if the whole game is reaction time, then I might need to change my vote.
Well, I was about to say SKilled says Killer Instinct, so it comes down to TBF Abyss. Mildew, wake your brother up. Let him know his votes matter.
Knock on the door.
Every vote matters. Nope. Michigan's not going to do a recount. You know what I mean? Every vote matters.
Since they're still counting.
Yeah. Yes. I was about to say I personally did not. I personally didn't think because even if you talk about sprinkles, then there's actually quite a few games that do that, including God of War. That actually has a few sprinkled elements.
Yeah, no, it's not like God of War.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not a whole lot of games that's like God of War in the first place. To be honest with you, God of War is fantastic, but I think if it's a full on game that is strictly QuickTime, if it's anticipated to be something else and it turns out to be the QuickTime, that I think that's where it becomes an issue, because that's what Madden fell into like 2 years ago. To where it looked like you're going to have this whole full-fledged on journey mode, build your career, and you played a little bit of football, and the rest of it was just quick action. For football, that's not what you want. You know what I mean? It's fine for story-based games like Beyond Two Souls. It's fine for Heavy Rain. You know,
It's just like watching a movie with extra steps.
yeah, exactly. But again, if you're anticipating that it's not a movie, I want to play this. I want to control this person. I want to be in that world.
I mean, the combat for Rise actually does look like it's it actually does look. It doesn't look that bad. Like honestly, it is kind of giving me God of War vibes.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna see what the last person says.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
give
have to
him.
wait.
I was about to
You
say-
have to wait on him probably.
There's that quick time.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we need to move on, Malachi.
Yep.
We're running out of time.
So
You talk too much.
We're gonna go ahead and take this on over to the. We're gonna go ahead and take this on over to the Metacritic, and the Metacritic actually says. Killer
What am I kidding? We all
Instinct.
talk too much.
It says Killer Instinct. So the Metascore for that was 73. As far as the one for Rise was a 60. 60 out of 100.
Nope. Killer Instinct won.
Yeah.
I feel dirty.
All right, so kind of speed running this one. Titanfall versus Fighter Within. Going first with you there, Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Huh?
So your thing is Titanfall?
You said
Is that what I
Did you
said?
say-
I said
You
that.
said-
didn't I? Yes, I did. Go
Yeah,
over to you there, Mildewy. Mildewy, I know what I said. Go ahead, Mildewy. What do you think? Yeah.
So where we who's it fighting?
It is Fighter Within versus Titanfall.
Titanfall.
It's the 9-ball.
Titanfall.
All right. Titanfall wins, and Gravity didn't even have to be in the room for that because that's
Didn't
my
even
pick
have to
too.
be in here.
There you go.
Titanfall.
As he slow goes back to his chair, like.
Titanfall.
Crimson Dragon versus Dead Rising 4. Gravity.
You know what?
S-Kill also says Titanfall, so that's just overkill.
Man. You know what? I'm
Titanfall.
gonna give it,
That's the gross name from Killer Instinct.
I'm gonna give it to Dead Rising 4, but Crimson Dragon does look pretty fun.
Okay.
Like I will say, like Dead Rising 4 just looks like it has a lot more playability. It looks like there's a lot more in there, like a lot more possibilities. For me as a gamer, I don't like to be held back. I like options. I like it when I can do a lot of stuff, and Dead Rising 4 looks like it has a lot of those options. But I will say Crimson Dragon looks just very straightforward, simplistic, sitting on your back of a dragon and just taking out other dragons. But Dead Rising 4 has mine.
Mildew Carrot.
Crimson Dragon reminds me too much of the Divinity stuff where you can turn into a dragon, start blasting shit, and Dragon Guard. So, Crimson Dragon.
It's the 9-ball.
Rising. It's so wacky and over the top. It's just worth it.
Chat, it's on you because I'm saying Crimson Dragon. So it's either going to be Crimson Dragon or Dead Rising 4. Crimson Dragon or Dead Rising 4. So we're going to take it to you, S-Killed, Gatorano, and TBF Abyss. If you're still alive, man. Dead Rising 4 by S-Killed. So right there, Dead Rising 4 there. Gatorano, it's on you. TBF Abyss, it's on you as we go to the next one. So I'm not going to delete that one just yet. But as they're thinking about their answers before we go to Metacritic, if we have to, A Walk in the Dark versus Dragon Bros. Let's go ahead and start with you there, 9-ball.
So Walk in the Dark, I have no idea. It's just that one sounds better than Dragon Bro.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. What about you there, Mildewy?
You said it was Dragon Bros and what?
And A Walk in the Dark.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go walk in the dark. I have no idea what the heck this thing is for Dragon Bros. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. It's like Minecraft on freaking steroids or something.
All right.
They have it on Steam.
What about you there? Gravity? What you got?
I mean, honestly, I don't even want to comment on Dragon Bros. It looks like a fever dream. Like it looks like you took some stuff that you probably shouldn't have taken, and then just decided to play Minecraft.
No, I think that's actually an animation thing. So I was looking at the wrong thing. It's actually a 2D side scroller. It looks like, but
yeah.
it's very pixelated, and it's like they're trying to, I don't know, maybe do. I don't know what they're doing with that. So
I feel bad because like I feel like I'm not giving it justice because like I just am having such a hard time actually finding gameplay footage of it because
Got it.
I found it on Steam.
Okay, but at the very
Yeah, I'm still gonna go for the other one.
regardless, A Walk in the Dark actually looks really pretty. It looks like just going off of the gameplay alone, it was kind of I believe A Walk in the Dark is also a side scroller if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Looks interesting. I don't know what the heck I was just seeing with Dragon Bro.
I don't know either, but it's only $2 on Steam. Okay, I'm really gotta get off.
Yeah, like A Walk in the Dark. There was, and because like I didn't play A Walk in the Dark, but there was another game that I did play a little bit of that reminds me very much so. It's given me a lot of vibes from A Walk in the Dark, where it's just this very eerie side scroller where just things just start to get a much more creepy as you continue to walk, and at the very least, I like that. I kind of like that storytelling method.
Okay, that's actually mine too, as well as A Walk in the Dark. And then also going back to the initial comment, which is going to stand, Dead Rising 4 had taken the cake on that one. Metacritic had actually shows that Dead Rising 4 has a 72, while Crimson Dragon has a 55 out of 100. Yeah. So
Crimson Dragon.
And again, as always, S-Killed, we appreciate you fighting the sleep and being up there for these streams. We do appreciate the support. We appreciate the love. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And that's another reason why we're trying to wrap it up, so that way we're here in a fashionable on time scenario, even though we're not on time. But on to the next one. We have Nero, Nero, versus Phantasy Star Online 2 Gravity.
You know what? I will say, Phantasy Star wasn't that bad. Like, oh yeah, you thought so too? Sorry, my cat just went like. But yeah, like Phantasy Star, like it wasn't bad. Like it was pretty fun. Like it's basically just like like just an MMO. So which I'm definitely down for. But I will say, Nero actually looks a little bit more interesting to me. Like I will say, like the last time that like you and I played, just trying to figure out how multiplayer works was a huge headache.
Yep. And
I don't think any game that has multiplayer, especially an MMO, should have like multiplayer issues like that. Like it just shouldn't. I will say and maybe it was just my PC that I was running it off of, but it just didn't. Phantasy Star didn't play the way that I wanted it to. But Nero, at the very least, to me, looks a lot more interesting. Like I do like the way that they're using color. I like the way that they're using light. It kind of gives you like a very cool feeling where they can also kind of like spice in some eerie feelings into there. So Nero has it for me.
Okay. What about you there, Nineball?
I might have to go with Nero. I mean, it looks actually better. I've never played that much Phantasy Star 2 at all, so they're both on equal footing. I was going to say Phantasy Star, but I took a look at Nero, and it looks interesting. It's worth giving it a shot.
Mildew and Carrot, where you at?
Nero.
All right, there you go. Nero has it, and bump you guys because that's my Phantasy Star too, but that's okay. All right, going on to section D, we have Dead Rising 3 versus D4 Dark Dreams. Go start with you there, Mildewy.
I'm gonna have to go and remember D4 Dark Dreams, but I think if I remember, I liked it better. Yeah, D4 Dark Dreams. It looks like it's a lot more fun and interactive. especially with the story and characters and all. Plus, it seems to have a lot of the QTE, quick reactions, reaction commands. It seems to do a lot of those, and like it makes the game. It looks like it's a lot more fun. So I'm gonna go D4, Dark Dreams.
All right, there you go. It's the 9-ball. What's up? It's on you.
D4.
All right.
We've got one on there already.
We're gonna have to kill one of the dead's dead.
Quick side note on there. Doggy in the back, right there. Oh yeah, that's my dog right here. Yeah, you saw her.
Dude, that's killed 1:36 a.m., bro.
Yeah. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Much appreciated. That's actually what I was about to come on up until this.
I would be a Dead Rising at that point, bro.
Gravity is on you. Dead Rising 3, D4 Dark Dreams.
D4 Dark Dreams, man. I was actually taking a look at this a little bit ago, and holy crap, this looks really fun. Like the plot itself actually is very interesting, where it seems like he's trying to solve the mystery of his wife's murder, and in order to get more clues, he just loses his memories, which I find that to be a very interesting concept. But I also just like looking at this picture of one of the characters like eating like 12, like just a handful of 12 hot dogs.
Mm.
It looks like a really fun game. It looks like a game that seriously doesn't take itself seriously.
Okay.
Like it looks real. It does look like it's pretty fun.
All right, and so D4 Dark Dreams takes it. On to the next one. We have Battletoads versus Plants vs. Zombies Warfare. Gravity, what's up?
Battletoads, man. Battletoads is what's up.
All right.
I'm not and I'm not hating on Plants vs. Zombies. But
I heard nothing but hate.
Yeah, like Plants vs. Zombies was fine on mobile. It should have stayed on mobile. You know, I'm not gonna break out my Xbox to play Plants vs. Zombies. You know, so yeah, like my gosh, cat.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, hello.
But
Plants vs. Zombies is nah.
So you're going with the Battletoads, the Toads of Battle.
Oh yeah, of course I'm going with Battletoads. Like they just remade it too.
Yep. Mildewy Carrot.
Plants vs. Zombies Warfare. I played the original ones. I like the tower defense of it, but this one looks like way more fun.
S killed even in comments in saying Plants vs. Zombies is an icon mobile game. Yep. Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
Played it. Enjoyed it.
It's the 9-ball.
Oh, I was never really a huge Plants vs. Zombies player. I didn't play much of it. It's just one question now.
What's up?
Did they fix the multiplayer on Battletoads?
I think they did. I think they actually did.
Okay.
I know that they had issues with Streets of Rage. I think they ended up fixing that and Battletoads.
I thought you said Battletoads didn't have it on there because that's why you deleted it from past there, Malachi.
No, they put it on there.
Yeah, it was something that was like coming later or whatever.
Probably had
the case is.
enough
Yeah.
complaints against it. They put it back on.
Yeah. Who comes with Battletoads with single player? That doesn't make any sense.
Apparently they did.
Yeah.
That's like saying Cyberpunk will come out and be perfectly fine, you know?
It is on you there at 9-ball with DayZ versus Fable Fortune.
Who won that one?
Battletoads won.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one? What was the two games again?
DayZ versus Fable Fortune.
I'm gonna say DayZ because I know DayZ, and it's been like 80 bazillion Fable games, and I liked Fable 1, but I wasn't a huge fan of Fable 2. And did they release the Fable 3?
No, not yet. That was announced at the last big Xbox reveal that they have for the next gen consoles.
Okay,
I don't think it was launch. I think it was just a revamp of Fable, to be honest.
Yeah. That's how they kind of painted it to be. So,
DayZ.
It actually looks like a card game.
Which one? Fable Fortunes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you?
It's definitely DayZ.
DayZ. What about you there, Gravity?
DayZ, for sure. I like my card games, but DayZ has a little bit more of what I'm looking for.
Feel that. Feel that. What about you there, Mildewy?
AZ.
No contest. No contest there. Ori in the Blind Forest versus PUBG. Mildewy.
What was it?
PUBG versus Ori in the Blind Forest.
Ori.
All right.
I just too many battle royales and PUBG just doesn't speak to me that well. Gotta go Ori.
Skill says I don't know because there's so many zombie survival games in my opinion, and there actually has been. Yeah, there's quite a bit.
That is a very good point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I still would have to choose. Me personally, I would have to choose DayZ myself, which is what the winner was anyway.
Yeah, it's just. I'm sorry. It's just the competition went too stiff there. It's another Hearthstone.
Yeah,
That's what I'm looking at, and I think I'm taking a break from those. I mean, more power to you. If you like it, that's your preference. It's cool.
For on over to you, 9Ball. Ori in the Blind Forest or PUBG?
Ori. I'm gonna take Ori in the Blind Forest over PUBG. I haven't been really feeling battle royales as of late.
Okay. What about you there, Gravity?
Gotta seal this one and just give it to Ori.
All right.
Yeah, PUBG, like Mildewy said, it just doesn't really speak to me very much.
All right, respectable. We're down here inside the quarterfinals. Again, we're gonna fly right on through this, and we have in column A we have Hellblade versus Sunset Overdrive. What you got there, guys?
Hellblade.
All right, we got one Hellblade. Anyone else for Hellblade or anyone else for Sunset Overdrive?
Hellblade. I got a Hellblade right here.
All right, we got a Hellblade 2 for Hellblade. What we got?
I gotta go Hellblade too.
Okay.
We got 3 for Hellblade.
There we go. 3 for Hellblade. Goodbye,
No
Sunset.
offense, no offense, Sunset.
Offense taken. Halo Wars versus Cuphead. Halo Wars 2 versus Cuphead.
Halo Wars 2.
Take Cuphead on this one.
I'm taking
I
Cuphead.
love Halo Wars. But
Haters.
Cuphead.
I'm sorry, Spartan.
Cuphead.
Malachi.
It's on you, man.
No, that's why I said I'm sorry, Spartan, because mine was Cuphead.
Oh my god.
We got Sea of Thieves versus Halo Master Chief Collection.
Halo Master Chief Collection.
Halo Master Chief Collection.
So
Halo Master Chief. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to the Master Chief Collection.
Okay. All right. Goodbye, Sea of Thieves. You've been real. TBF Abyss had commented in, and if it went to that, you would. Yeah. Cuphead would have still won because it looks like Eskil said Cuphead, but TBF Abyss says Halo Wars 2.
No respect for the Spartan RTS. Wow.
Ashton,
I just don't want to give it to it just because it's Halo.
Oh, it's not because it's just Halo.
Ashen versus Killer Instinct.
Ashen.
TBF Abyss is giving me a threat. The Spartans will hunt Malachi down. LOL.
We'll get the Covenant on it too. They're best.
So we had 2 Ashen there, right?
3.
Yep.
3 Ashen.
Ooh.
Goodbye Ashen. Goodbye Killer Instinct. Let me refresh that.
Malachi, stop trying to rig the. Stop trying to rig it.
I'm not trying to trump it. I promise.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Titanfall versus Dead Rising 4.
Is it Titanfall 1 or 2?
Just Titanfall 1.
Dead Rising
4. Because Titanfall was only an online game, which meant if you lost your internet connection or something, or if you couldn't find a lobby, you couldn't really play the game.
Titanfall 1 was bad.
Yeah.
Titanfall 2 was much better. If you're saying 2,
Titanfall
I
2
go
fixed
for
that problem. That's what I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of seals the deal for me. Yeah, if you can't if you need the internet to play the game in general, like that's kind of a deal breaker for me.
I need my offline mode so Malachi will stop spamming me invites to play.
A Walk in the Dark versus Netto.
Ooh.
Oh,
Take a walk in the dark.
I'm going to Walk in the Dark.
I'm gonna have to go narrow. No offense to really good, but narrow just speaks to me a bit more than that one does. No offense.
Hey, chat, it's going on over to you guys because I'm going Neto as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so we're going to see here, and as you guys are thinking about that, I'm actually going to get the Metacritics up here. Let's search that bad boy. Oh, what just happened?
Wait a minute.
Metacritic seems to be down.
No, it's up. It's just a little laggy.
There we go. Okay, I don't know why I was acting all funky.
Well, I know who Metacritic chose.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if it ends up going to the chat or not. About to find that bad boy out now. And make sure you had the, well, yeah, I guess that pretty much seals the deal then for that. Let's see here. The walking one. All right, TBF Abyss or Gatorano, if you guys are still inside the chat, you guys got literally 1 minute. Well, yeah, you guys got 1 minute to make your submit your decision. Right
Well, here's
now,
the thing. It's saying Walk in the Dark's not even part of Xbox. It just keeps saying PC.
what were the games again? I missed them. It was A Walk in the Dark and Nero, and that's N.E.R.O.
Stands for Nothing Ever Remains Obscure.
A walk, yeah. So if it ends up going to the Metacritic, I know exactly what's about to happen. So it's on you guys. Nettle, Walking One takes it. Walking One takes it. Goodbye, Nettle. Yeah, Walking in the Dark didn't even have a Metacritic. It's a TBD.
Yeah, it's for Xbox. The only thing it had was the PC one, which was actually would have beaten.
Yeah. Oh, that's Enki. I'm looking at the wrong hand. But to say that's.
D4 Dark Dreams versus Battletoads.
D4.
D4.
D4. I love Battletoads, but.
Goodbye.
That was my childhood.
Goodbye, Toads. Goodbye.
I'm an adult now. It's time to let the kids go.
DayZ versus Ori and the Blind Forest.
I'll have to go with Ori on that one. No offense to DayZ, but Ori just... Yeah, it's Ori. I'll have to give it to that one.
Gravity, what you got?
Looks like you got brain fart.
You know what?
I'm hearing the gears.
I'm gonna give it to Ori.
All right.
Ori just looks really gorgeous.
You guys just avoided a tiebreaker. Ori and the Blind Forest. Now we are in the semifinals. All right. Hellblade versus Cuphead.
Hellblade.
Stick with Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade.
All right. Goodbye, Cuphead. You at least had one fighter on your side.
It's a tough one though, because I did love Cuphead. I think Cuphead's beautiful. Just
it does look good.
Halo Master Chief Collection versus Ashen.
Halo.
Yeah.
No offense to Ashen, it looks good and all, but you just can't beat the Master Chief with that with that comparison.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Master Chief.
Goodbye, Ashen.
Bye, sorry, Ash.
Dead Rising 4 versus Nettle.
Dead Rising.
Or wait.
No, walking. It's the walking.
Yeah, it's the walking one.
Walk in the dark. Walk in the dark then.
Yeah,
so,
that one.
Versus which one again?
Dead Rising 4.
A walk.
Okay, so you guys all want dark then?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
Goodbye, Dead.
We took a walk in the dark without you because we knew you wouldn't win.
D4 Dark Dreams versus Ori and the Blind Forest.
D4.
3.
D4.
S Killed and TBF Abyss, by the way, had said Halo previously as well for the Master Chief. We had D4, and what else?
Ori.
We had one Ori. We had 2 D4s. Sorry, Ori.
I think Diabolt's gonna start crying.
We'll miss you, man. We'll miss you.
All right, we have Hellblade versus A Walk in the Dark.
Hellblade.
Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade. It's getting to that.
Don't
It's getting
hurt
to that
yourself.
stuff. You're starting to take out all the games you like, and you're like, darn it.
All right.
You're like, they're all good.
I'm just sad Below Zero's not on sale.
We got Master Chief Collection versus D4 Dark Dreams.
It's a chief.
Chief.
I mean, the value you get with Master Chief is just, you can't compare it.
All right. And we got the finals. These are the finals that's coming up right now. We have Hellblade versus Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Take some time and ponder about that. Think about
Halo.
what you got. Okay.
Halo.
Much as I love Hellblade, I'm gonna have to give it to the Master Chief.
Guys, I was stalling so I could make the text. That's all I was trying to do. I was trying to make the text to make it shine on the screen. You guys just took that away from me. So you know what? You guys are gonna sit here in silence as I type this trash up. Okay?
Master Chief doesn't wait for no one. Spartans don't wait.
You gotta learn to wait. Goodness.
If you ever played Halo, you know that Spartans don't wait for the enemy.
Yeah, I absolutely adored Hellblade. I think it was one of the best games. It's just the pure value, from a pure value standpoint, getting the whole Master Chief collection, Halo 1, 2, 3,
Reach,
ODST.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, ODST and Reach. 5 games of beautiful story, gameplay. Reach and ODST has a bit of like open world exploration mixed in with storyline stuff, finding the memories and all, which was fantastic. The campaign mode capability is wonderful from 1 up until 4 that I played through. I haven't played 5 yet, but it's such a fun game. You can't tell that we are like Master Chief fans at all.
all day. And here comes the graphic I was trying to come and impress you guys with.
I'm waiting on it.
Congratulations, Halo Master Chief Collection. You guys are the best game ever on Xbox One to come out. Thank you very much again for the submissions you guys have put in, as far as again putting your input for Xbox One's best game that's ever launched on the console. So there you have it. Last week we had it as PS4's best game. That was Rise of the Tomb Raider, and now it's Halo Master Chief Collection for Xbox One. Next week is going to be Nintendo. TBF Abyss had contacted, and Master Chief Halo Collection has Reach, Halo CE Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo 4. You can't beat this, LOL. S-Killed says, what solo games have you guys played a lot this month? And TBF Abyss says Immortal Phoenix Rising.
Ooh.
There you go.
I've actually been playing a new one, so if you're a fan of Tomb Raider series, I got this one on Steam called Die Young. Really good. The prologue was like, holy crap, especially with its ending, and the actual game itself is actually pretty interesting and fun. So
Pick that up.
it's actually, I'm actually really enjoying it. So yeah, if you ever like Tomb Raider, I'm not going to say it's exactly, but it's got a little bit of that feel into it, of survival. You're crafting gear to survive and all, and you're trying to move around. It's not like you're going to go and start beating the crap out of everyone, because there's some bosses in there you do not want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's actually really good. It's really good. But yeah, also a little shout out for Tomb Raider. It is on sale on the Steam collection. Actually, the original Tomb Raider is on sale for $224. Rise of Tomb Raider $6, and of course Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition is $14.80. So if you've never played it and want to play it and get it for definitely a good price, get it now, guys.
I will say, as far as my to your question there, S-Killed. Mine is kind of a two-parter. One is not really truly solo player or solo game, I should say, because you can co-op, but it is currently solo for me until the rest of the ALWT cast can get the next gen consoles. So for me, if you talk about that, it would be Godfall, which I'm still mustering through. That's not necessarily a single player game. You can partner up with 2 other people and go through a campaign style, which is really cool. But I have yet to be blessed with that particular experience. Outside of that, I would have to say the true answer is Cyberpunk, even though I haven't really dumped a whole lot of hours into it. That is something that I've been playing more or less lately, just trying to get through these bugs and try to understand more of the game, understand the concept a little bit better. And I like what the vision was. It's just the delivery just wasn't there, unfortunately. And it'll get better in time. I have full faith that it'll completely turn around and be an amazing game once it comes out. It's just again, the delivery from the suits up top from CD Projekt Red was just horrid. It was terrible. But yeah. Anyone have any quick shout outs on the question that Eskill had threw out there before we wrap it up, because we're creeping up on 8:00 Eastern Standard Time.
For me, I've been playing Control. I'm going back and getting some of this backlog done. I'm going through Control currently, trying to get that one done. That'll be my solo.
There you go. What about you there, Gravity? I know you just recently platinumed Ghost of Tsushima. Welcome to Team Platinum.
You better be getting that Dragon Age going.
You know what? I actually just had a long conversation with Malachi about Dragon Age right before this.
Yeah.
Dragon Age is actually on my list. It is in my downloads, and it is something I need to pick back up. I had a moment where I was playing for a while, and then like a decent amount of time had passed, and then I died, and then I was like, I'm gonna take a break for just a second. Like when you hit that point where you just have several hours of gameplay and you die and it sets you back several hours and you're like, forgot to save. Yeah, but this month specifically has just been really Ghost of Tsushima. I just like Malachi just said, I just platinumed it. I need something to rival that because Ghost of Tsushima was great. It was loads of fun, super fun. Yeah, I'm just looking for that next thing right now. That and trying to go through my backlogs.
There you go. And real quick, Eskill just asked inside the chat, by the way, do any of you guys stream off the channel? So yeah, each one of these guys have their own streaming channels, but I think the one that's currently set up actively right now is Mildewy Carrot. But of course, you can always follow Gravity Mark. Let me go ahead and throw it here on the tech. Well, no, that's going to take too long because it's already 8:00. Can you go ahead and tell them, Eskill, of how to find you? I'll throw it inside the chat through here. So it's Gravity Mark or Gravity MK2, right?
Yeah, so if it's PlayStation, it's going to be Gravity-MARK2. If it's going to be Xbox, it's just going to be Gravity MK2.
And then Mildewy Carrot, you are MILDY Carrot. And that's it.
Pretty much is the way I'm on here. Yeah, I'm actually working on trying to get my YouTube thing up. So once I get that going, then you can try and check out the videos on there. I think I managed to upload a Smite video to it. I just had a chance to go back and check it. So it's been the holiday season. Retail's been rough. So, planning to do that. But yeah, you can check me on Twitch or on YouTube. So, and I haven't been streaming lately. Like I said, holiday season with retail, but I'm hoping after the New Year's I can get you some good content on there. Maybe me and Abyss on some Forest with some 9-ball, running around screaming our heads off going, oh my god, too many arms.
And
or where we're at.
And lastly, before you guys officially, before we end out the stream and end out the showcase and everything like that, Gravity and I have a special surprise for you guys. It's going to be a beta very start of 2021. So very, very, very excited to go ahead. And make sure, Eskill, make sure you're following TBF Abyss as well. I'm not sure if he's currently streaming right now, but that is another member of ALWT Gaming, just showing love inside the chat. So go ahead and give him a follow too as well. But yeah,
you'll see him more playing with me a lot.
There you go. Yeah, playing a part of the Sin segment, which is Strength in Numbers. Like I said, me and Gravity, we have a little special announcement we're going to make next Tuesday, same time, same place, when we do the Best of Nintendo, and that will probably be the longest podcast stream we'll have. Because lately, whenever we're doing these, it seems to be going close to 2 hours. So, so next Tuesday will be the last. Next Tuesday will be the last will be the last day we do the stream for best Nintendo for Nintendo Switch. So be on the lookout for that, and then also the new announcement there. Okay, we'd love to see you guys more. Yes, we would love to see you there too. Anytime you see us streaming, just come in, give us a holler, say hey, give us some love. We'll show you love right back. We love having you around. We really do. You bring the positivity, and we like that. Keeps us going, keeps us flowing. You know. Any departing words before we dip?
Just stay safe this Christmas.
Yes.
Yep. And happy holidays to everyone.
Yep. Happy holidays.
Certainly.
No matter who you are, blessings to you all. And if you don't like the blessings at all, then, well, have a good day.
There you go. Just again, one last general reminder. This is going to be the last scheduled stream until next Tuesday. So no Smite Night this Thursday since it's Christmas Eve. No Sin segments this coming Monday. None of that. Just holiday vacation mode until next Tuesday. So be on the lookout that. Until next time, everybody. Control Alt.
Complete.
What if we had like a choir in the background saying that? Like Control Alt Complete. Okay. See you guys. Peace, love, and hair grease.